Is Moonriver's native cryptocurrency called MOVR going to the price of $700 during the peak of this bull run? Is it insane? Is it crazy? Carayo. Hashtag Britney Spears. I believe not. And even though that's not financial advice, I do want to explain the reasons why I think it could reach it during this bull run. And a major reason why I think is because the Moonriver has fantastic A+ fundamentals. You know, a lot of projects out there, right? They're just there to simply exist. They really don't have a good use case. It's complete caca. It's the equivalent of eating Cheetos, Doritos, and eating Papa John's pizza all day while playing the Xbox in a basement, right? Mom's basement, you know, completely embarrassing. But yeah, besides that point, when we take a look at Moonriver, what it is that it's an Ethereum-compatible blockchain environment on the Kusama network, and it's intended to operate on Kusama as a paired chain, which as a result helps crypto projects reach new users and new markets through a multi-chain approach. Now, these are all very fancy words, but if you just really want to put it quite simply, Moonriver is quite essentially a canary network for Moonbeam. And what that means right there is that new code will typically ship over to Moonriver first, and after it has been tested and verified under real economic conditions, it will then be shipped over to Moonbeam. And Moonbeam, of course, is on Polkadot. When we take a look at it, right, Kusama, quite essentially, it's a canary network to Polkadot. But we take a look at Moonriver, it's quite essentially a canary network to Moonbeam. And again, right, Moonriver is on Kusama and Moonbeam is on Polkadot. So you get the similarities there, right? The way I view Moonriver is that it's sort of the sidekick to Moonbeam. You take a look at Batman, right? And of course, I'm talking about Batman, the superhero, the one that flies around Gotham City. You know, we take a look at his sidekick, Robin. Now, Robin, he's not useless. I mean, he helps in the missions. You know, Batman needs Robin, but Robin also needs Batman. But again, right, Batman is the main player, which is what I view Moonbeam as. But Robin, it's like Moonriver. A very important role. It's not useless, and it actually helps in the mission, so to speak, right? So when it comes to Moonriver, I think use case is actually very A+. And you got to take into consideration this very crazy statistic because it's going to blow your hair back, much like Snoop Dogg's hairline, which is hanging on the edge of a cliff. You know, he has 15% remaining. But yeah, besides that point, you know, we take a look at how Moonriver is home to the most active decentralized finance ecosystem on Kusama, and it even supports ERC-721 NFT bridging with Ethereum, which of course is very fantastic. And it's also home to the most active ecosystem of projects on Kusama, which I think is very impressive if you ask me. You know, Moonriver also has been able to facilitate over 30 million transactions so far, which is very impressive. And it even has a block height of over 5 million. So when you take a look at Moonriver from top to bottom, it's very impressive if you ask me. Utilities A+, plays a very important role, and I just think it's awesome. Fantastic A+ project in my opinion. Now, MOVR, right, the native cryptocurrency of Moonriver, going to the price of $700. That may sound insane to some people, and I get that. But if I explain this to you, does it really sound all that insane? Think about this, right? $700 for MOVR, considering its current circulating supply. At that point, market cap would be around $6.2 billion. I mean, are you kidding me? And of course, this is not kidding, it's true, but around a $6.2 billion market cap, this is not too much to ask for. Doge, all-time high market cap, was around $88 billion. SHIB was around $40 billion. And of course, SHIB is the main token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. So around $6.2 billion, that's very minuscule in the grand scheme of things. It's not too much to ask for. Now, Moonriver, it doesn't have the hype and fans that a meme coin, for instance, like Doge and SHIB has. But when I consider its A+ utility and fundamentals, it kind of evens out the playing field. Now, I'm not saying that MOVR is going to go to 200 billion or 300 billion in market cap. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying around 6.2 billion at the peak of this bull run. Why not? It's not too much to ask for. At least that's the way I view it. I'm not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not going to say it's going to happen in the next 15 minutes. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in the peak of this bull run, which, by the way, is expected to happen anywhere between 6 to 12 months after a Bitcoin halving event, which, as we all know, is going to happen sometime around this month. The Bitcoin halving event, of course. So when we take a look at it, right, best case scenario, 6 months, historically speaking, right? After April, that's October. 12 months, worst case scenario, after April, that's next year in April, right? 2025 April. So there's still a lot of time for MOVR and, of course, other cryptocurrencies as well to truly prove itself. So when people are impatient, they're saying, wow, it's not reaching $700 right now. Well, yeah, historically speaking, it's not the time yet. Historically speaking, what we're seeing right now when it comes to altcoins, it's just a small taste of what's to come. So when you think about it, there's a lot of time left. And Moonriver, it's just a very amazing project. I think MOVR is a sleeping giant. And this bull run is going to be insane because as of right now, more people than ever before in history owning cryptocurrencies, around 575 million to be exact, which is nearly double what we saw back in the peak of the 2021 bull run. So again, right, as of right now, the number of crypto owners is insane. More institutional adoption than ever before in history when it comes to blockchain adoption. Also, the potential FOMO, buying pressure, buying volume, it could be ridiculous. Furthermore, people are more educated than ever before as well. Now people know a lot more about cryptocurrencies, projects, they know more about Moonriver. So really, I think this bull run has the recipe for success. Do you remember in the Powerpuff Girls when that doctor guy or whatever, he was mixing all the sugar and spice and everything nice, and he was just kind of mixing just like that? That could very well be this bull run, right? It could just very well be that boom, boom, you know what I mean? When the bull run just goes absolutely ham. So I think that this altcoin season could very well be something special. I don't see why MOVR at the price of $700 is too much to ask for. Again, right, when you have a project this fantastic, Moonriver, of course, and a bull run being this crazy, $700, I don't see why not. And of course, I'm dollar cost averaging because I am not a day trader. I don't swing trade, I don't use leverage, I don't do that. A lot of people out there, they make a video on Moonriver, but all they do, it's very funny by the way, they pull up a chart on MOVR, they draw a random triangle, I don't know what they're trying to draw, right? Their grandma's G-string, Lee the Captain edition, Ding Dong, Bratwurst extender, lingerie set, Triple H edition. It's very comical. I don't know what they're trying to draw. And then they say, wow, you got a short, you got a long, you got to do this, you got to do a standing 69, double 69. It's like, God, are you kidding me, man? They're basing the future performance of MOVR just based on, let's say, an hourly price chart. It's crazy. It's insane. Doesn't make sense. They never talk about the fundamentals of Moonriver. They never talk about its utility. They never talk about how it's on Kusama and its role that it plays with Moonbeam. They never talk about this, right? And the reason why I think they don't talk about it is because they don't know, right? They just see the name. They're like, oh, wow, Moonriver, cool name. Let's pull up a price chart and let's take a look at random Fibonacci levels. Let's take a look at this cup and handle that's forming. But then they don't know what the project's all about. Completely crazy. But I don't focus on that, right? Because I'm not a day trader again. I don't want to get wrecked. A lot of people, they use something crazy like 100x leverage and then they get wrecked and then they complain that cryptos are a joke. I don't want that. I like to keep things simple. I dollar cost average. Anytime I earn income, I set aside some for MOVR. I just keep accumulating more and more. I hold and I just wait for the peak of the bull run. That's it. No fancy day trading, all this type of stuff. That sounds cool. It looks cool. You tell people, yeah, I'm a day trader, man. But really, how is the portfolio looking, right? How is the bank account looking? If it's not looking too tasty, then what's the point of looking cool? At least that's the way I take a look at it. And again, MOVR at the price of $700 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think it's that amazing, and I think this bull run could be that special. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very fantastic video. I think you all would really love it. It's been Lee the Captain. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.